It doesn't even make sense to write the ending of a sermon if you're talking about racial justice, if you can't put something more substantial on the table than just hopefully one day, all the races will get along and hopefully one day the police won't be so violent. And I realized that there needed to be something else in place. Otherwise, the sermons themselves are not coherent. They don't make any sense. After I'd gotten that phone call from you, it really changed my calculation about the time frame for really making a hard push for reparations. Because I won't say you were the last person on the list that I thought would contain people interested in reparations, but maybe the second.
These things happen at every turn, and I was oblivious to it. I saw it, but I didn't put the dots together. It was a realization that this is all strategic. If you realize these things, and you got to be compelled to contribute to a change.
We have this wealth. Is this really our wealth, or is this come from on the backs of others, like the indigenous and people of color?
The wealth gap begins with this concept that's twisted, that those arriving, the new arrivals, now own the land, and those that were already here can only occupy it as if we're part of the landscape.
The total racial wealth disparity today, and this is aggregated across 100 million African American, indigenous, and white households, the total is about $16 trillion today. It has resulted because wealth has been denied for so many years. Wealth tends to grow upon itself. If you have wealth, you can use it, reinvest it, earn a return on it.
It's hidden in plain sight. It's in all your archives. It's in between the lines of your church history and your bank accounts and the deeds of your, property. Let's look at all of that, but it's going to take some patience together.
I can claim I wasn't around during the days of slavery or when we took the land from the Native Americans, but we're still doing those kinds of things. And would I have spoken out then? I hope so, but I don't know that. And I don't want to use that as an excuse. So when Jim Kuhn brought forward a proposal, this is what we can do. That's what being a Christian really is. And Oak Grove was all about that. So I had no issues, and I was actually very happy that we could make a bold move.
You have a lot of churches around the country and around the world that are at zero, which is to say they're either in denial about the need for reparations passively or actively, or they're very skeptical about whether or not reparations can actually happen because people's hearts are so hardened. There are conversions that take place in people's hearts and minds when they shift from being cynical and pessimistic about what's possible and begin to think, oh, wait a minute, I do think something's possible and I should get started.
I applaud this church, not for this move of surrendering, but this going through the process of realization. And even those who may not have had the realization that it's not our money, that it's our money to give back.
Presbyterian Church has been both the worst and the best when it comes to challenging white supremacy in the United States. And by realizing that we're kind of in the middle, along with the rest of the middle of the nation, what helps us understand how to move forward is probably pretty close to what's going to help the rest of the nation that's also in the middle move forward as well.
In congregations that will often very honestly just say, we had no clue about this. We don't know what to do. Can we do it right? Maybe we're afraid to even talk about it because we're going to say something wrong. And then just realize, but it's like the river, the Mississippi River flowing. It's already been flowing all along. Just, find your place in it. And then you'll have an opportunity to discover more.
This is great work, and I think that we can afford to continue to build and let others see what we're doing.